welcome to another lawn mowing live stream. It is Monday, July the 21st, a hot afternoon here, and it's the end of the day. I'm doing my Tuesday mows a bit early, one day early this week. Um, Got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I thought I would just um, do them early today so that I don't have to do them tomorrow. This one is just a tiny little front yard that I'm going to be doing, so let's get into it here. I think you guys have seen this one before, but again, just a tiny little front yard for this one. So let me just flip the camera around and put this back on the holster here and get started. Like I said, it's a pretty warm day. There's a nice breeze, though, you can see with the trees blowing. So that's nice, at least. And the one difference today is that I am mulching a lot of these lawns. These are a lot of these lawns. I put the Schaefer beetle control on them, so I've been mulching so that I'm not picking that stuff back up. Although most customers have watered the lawns, so it shouldn't be an issue. You are allowed to mow once it's been watered, but thought I would take advantage anyways and trying to mulch using that Milwaukee mower. And being a nice sunny day, can't often mulch here in the Pacific Northwest with all the rain. Usually bagging is the only way for me to get by, but being dry, it's been mulching pretty darn good. And I just got the regular blade on it. I didn't even put the high performance mulching blade on it, that high lift blade that Milwaukee calls it. I just kept the regular blade on it. Forgot to bring the other one. Should actually just keep that blade in the trailer. That high performance blade, but I was doing a video comparison of them, so I'm taking it out. So the blade that's on the Milwaukee right now is like a 3-in-1 type blade. It does have a mulching edge on it. It just doesn't have the gator teeth or as big of a aggressive kind of back lift, I guess you could call it, for a mulch. But I wasn't sure if I was going to truly mulch. I thought typically I always have to bag anyways. And I found between the two that the regular blade seems to bag better. Than that one that looks like it's for mulching only. Wasn't actually sure that so I keep checking behind me because it's a strange vehicle stopped. Sitting in the car for a while behind me. I was just kind of making sure he wasn't stalking me in terms of the trailer being left open. You know how it is. I don't typically leave my trailer open, but the only time I do is on jobs like this, where I'm just doing the front lawn and I'm parked, right there. I'll leave the trailer open. Save a little bit of time. Opening and closing the trailer. Yeah, typically I didn't even know if I'd be able to, even last night, didn't know if I'd be able to work. This week I had some weird foot issue pop up. Starting with my mows on Thursday. I don't know if I jumped out of the truck a bit too aggressively or something. I didn't feel anything during work. But by Thursday evening, I was limping pretty badly. And then by Friday morning, I had to get my wife to pull the crutches out of the closet. I didn't even want to set my foot down. It was on the outside of my foot. My left foot. And all weekend it was just like so painful. I was starting to panic. I'm not sure what I was going to do this week for lawns. I was taking some painkillers and some muscle relax over the counter things. This one that has like ibuprofen with some other, I can't remember what it's called, mixed into it. It's a muscle relaxant, they said. But those didn't really do anything. So I wasn't sure. And then was Saturday night that my daughter's boyfriend came over, and he's an athlete, so he's always got some sort of ointment or something for sore muscles and things. And he saw me on the crutches and was like, "What's happened?" So then he pulled out this like little tub of this like ointment for sore muscles and sprains and things like that. And it's like an all natural kind of a thing. And he's like, "That stuff's really good." And 1.5 to 2.5. He's like, "That stuff's really good. Try it out." He actually gave me the rest of it because he had another brand new container of it in his bag, and that one was almost done. So try it out. And he was saying it's really expensive and stuff. It's like $95 for this little tub of it. And so I tried it out. And the first day, when he first handed it to me to try it, I was expecting to give it back to him. So I only took a little tiny bit of it on my pinky and just kind of lightly put it on the sore spot on the side of my foot. And then he told me just to keep it. So when I first put it on that night, I didn't really feel anything with it. Didn't really make a difference. And then it was later the next day. Or no, it was later in the next day, I can't remember. Maybe the next or it might have been the same day in the evening. Can't remember. This whole weekend was a blur with the pain. At any rate, I tried it a second time, but because he had given the rest of it to me, I decided to apply it thick and really massage it into the skin. And it was a couple hours later, so I was still sitting on the couch, and I was getting ready to go to bed, and I was like starting to move my foot, going, "Oh, like I can move my foot again. That's kind of weird." Like all weekend, I've been taking these over-the-counter pills, and they've been doing nothing. And then I put this cream on, and it's just like laid on thick, and the stuff starts to really loosen up the muscles. I was like, "Wow, that's kind of crazy." And it's a very boutique-y thing. It's like made here locally. There's some like, I'm in British Columbia, Vancouver. So off the coast, there's a bunch of islands. And one of the islands is called the Salt Spring Island. And it's known for being very artsy, hippie type, artisan. People go there to retire, stuff like that. So a lot of crafts and things and artsy stuff. And so it's like stuff comes from there, and it's a bottle. It just says herbal medicinals. Something's the name of the company. Anyway, so it helped a bit, and was able to not need the crutches this morning. That's good. I can go out, and luckily it's a lighter week, being mid-July here. So I've been skipping a bunch of lawns. So this is the last one I'm doing for today, and this is only my 6th one for today. I've skipped all the rest of them. Just being summertime, I normally go to a every 2-week cut for plants that aren't watering or don't fertilize and stuff. And then ones like this that fertilize and will be watering. Although this one, the homeowner, she has a sprinkler system, but she doesn't know how to use it. So she calls up the sprinkler company that installed it, and they winterize it and all that sort of stuff. And then in the spring, they come back and turn it on and set the schedule for her. But we've had those watering restrictions, so they set it for just the 1 day a week during her time. But then we put the Schaefer stuff on, and that requires more watering, and you get a free watering permit. So she got her watering permit that you can see right there on that sign. So she's allowed to water every day now. So she was going to call her sprinkler company to adjust the schedule on the sprinkler. And so that's why this one's kind of dried out in patches, because it was still set to the once a week watering only. So she's got the permit on display, so I'm guessing she got the sprinkler schedule fixed. So it should start greening back up here. Yeah, so I thought today I'll just go do my Tuesday ones, because I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Just a normal yearly doctor's appointment. Normally I go actually twice a year, but the last time I didn't go in, I can't remember what happened, I was busy or something. So I ended up just getting them to refill my prescriptions for things that I take, high blood pressure and stuff, um, over the phone. So I figured because I skipped my last doctor's appointment that I should probably go see him in person because he's going to want me to see him and take my blood pressure and see how things are going. And the other thing is I turned 50 this year, just a few months ago. So I'm sure there's some other things we need to talk about once you get to that 50 stage. Uh, Men's health things that should be taken care of. Um, like, I'm not sure when they start checking for like prostate cancers and things like that, but I think it's 50. The other thing is doing colonoscopies, although I already did that early a few years ago because there's been a history of that in the family. So they kind of got me in early to do that one. And that one was clean, so that's good. I don't have to go do that one for a few years. But those other things, blood tests and things, checking your, I forget what it's called, PSAs or something for PSA levels for prostate or something. I'm not sure. So I could talk to them about stuff like that. The joys of getting older. That's why this one will just be a short little stream. I forgot to do it during the day. I should have actually done it on the last house. It was that one that you guys have seen before that resodded. They did, or not resodded, they reseeded. Resodded is the heritage house. Reseeded because of Schaefer damage. And it's growing like crazy. So I should have done that one because I actually was mulching on that one as well. But it was like, I was mulching today at 3 inches tall because it was probably about 4 or 5 inches tall. Just taking a couple inches off mulching it. So yeah, that's it for this one. And that's it for me, I think, for today. Normally, I would try and get some done for the next day. But because I'm here a day early, that would mean my Wednesdays would be the next day. And it's too early to do Wednesday ones on Monday. Plus, there's not going to be that many to do this week with things slowing down. So, yeah, looks like the chat is pretty quiet. Nobody's asking any questions. But, yeah, at any rate, that's just this one little short, little simple front yard mulching only. Pretty simple little yard. Nothing too special. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes as I transition now into the kind of summertime schedule of mowing every couple weeks for probably about half the lawns. It's going to be different this year because, like you saw, the watering permit on this lawn. So there's about half the clients that I have that did the Schaefer beetle thing, and so I put that down, and it has to be watered in. So a lot of them applied for the watering permit and got the watering permits, so they have the ability to water every day now for up to 3 weeks. So that could mean more mowing versus regular years, where I'd be going to every 2 weeks for pretty much everybody. There's about half the clients this year that probably stay on a weekly schedule, and the other half on a every 2 week schedule for at least part of the summer here. see how it goes. But yeah, at any rate, that's about it for this one, guys. Um, this feeling my neck feels like there was some bug or something crawling on my neck. Was there? Was there not? Oh no, it was just like a piece of tree debris or something. But I give you that kind of itchy, crawling feeling, something walking along your neck, but it was just kind of falling down my neck, a piece of debris. So yeah, that's about it for this one, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Nobody left any comments, so no shout outs to anybody for this particular live stream, but for all you guys that are just kind of watching, lurking in the background, appreciate you guys stopping in. And yeah, that's it for this one. Short and sweet little live stream. Oh, somebody in under the wire. Somebody sneaking in under the wire. Anton Denikin. I'm 53, having a hard time starting up with new clients in July, which is to be expected. Oh, look at that. There was a bug on me. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. A little green bug. So it was on me, crawling up my neck. So he's 53, having a hard time starting up with new clients in July, which is to be expected. Yeah, that is to be expected. If this can offer you some hope, Anton, it is that this is my 20th year in business, and I started in August of 2005 was my first month. So I started right in the middle of summer when I started my lawn care business full time. Didn't have another job to, you know, go into. And some of the things that I did was I did go door to door and put some flyers and stuff to try to pick up clients. The other thing that I did was, I don't know if you saw the video I did, though I think because you're mentioning that you're 53, it might be referring to the video I just put out on the weekend about mowing in your 40s. So one of the things that I did and that I talked about in that video as well is that kind of teeter-totter effect. And that is to say that when you first start your business, you generally have more time available than you have work. So you got a lot of free time, especially if you've got nothing else that's going on, no other job or anything like that. And then as you get busy in your business and your business becomes more established, then that teeter-totter starts to tilt in the other direction, and you get to a point in your business where you have less time available, but you have more work available to you than you have the time to do that work. And you can start to pick and choose which is the best fit, which jobs you like doing, which are the most profitable, what clients you want. You can turn down. You can start to do things like have more like policies in place and stuff, so you won't take clients. Like I don't take clients that don't do weekly and don't do credit card on file. That's like my policy. You have to give me your credit card, and it's weekly only until the summertime, of course. When it's summer, then I'll adjust it as needed. So at the beginning stage of your business, when you have that more time than you have work available, one of the things that I did was I figured it's much better, especially if you have a trailer and you have branding and, company name and stuff on. I said, having the trailer sitting in my driveway is pretty much useless. So it's better to be out and about, whether you're parking the trailer in busy areas so it's more visible, or what I did was I went to neighborhoods that I was going to work in or wanted to work in, wanted clients anyways, and I went and I didn't necessarily knock on doors, but I would look for people who were outside, whose lawns, because it's hot in the summer, some people are not mowing all the time. They'll, tend to leave it a little bit longer because they just don't want to go out there and mow it and stuff. And I just offered to mow their lawns for free. And it was just the stipulation was it's just one time mow, and that's it. And I would explain that. This was before the whole, YouTube now where people are like filming themselves doing like tall grass cuts and stuff like that. And I wasn't doing like super crazy tall grass cuts, just regular, like, it needs a mow sort of thing. And I would explain, hey, I just started a business. I'm in the area. This is where I'm working, and I'd just like to mow your lawn for free. No catches, no anything like that. Because in my head, it was better to have my trailer in those neighborhoods that I wanted to work at and do a job for free in the beginning there and have potential customers in the neighborhood see the trailer driving by, driving into those neighborhoods and stuff, and see me working and seeing the quality of the work and stuff. And it paid off so many times where, there would be times where it was the customer the person that I offered a free mow to, who would then call me back to mow again. Or it would be, I remember mowing one in particular, and it was the neighbor across the street. Came home, saw me working across the street, came over and asked me to give them a quote. And I went across the street, gave him a quote, and started mowing that lawn all summer. So it was one of those things that was like, I got that only because I went out and offered to mow this other person's lawn for free. So it's one way to kind of, take the bull by the horn, so to speak, and just get out there and just start doing it, even for free if you have to. Uh, in the summer, just to start getting your name out, start kind of building that repertoire with people, and even just practicing skills if you've never sold things like that or things, right? Just being able to talk to people and that sort of stuff. So there's a tip for you on something that I did when I started in the summer, and there wasn't like a ton of work coming in August when I started back in 2005. And Yeah, hope that helps. So shout out to Anton Denikin for putting a comment into the chat. Appreciate that, because obviously that's what makes doing live streams fun to do, is that interaction with you guys. So appreciate that. That's probably it for this one, guys, and appreciate everybody else who sat and watched the live stream, watched me do this quick little easy little mow. And that'll be it for this one, guys. So thanks again. And if you guys like these live streams, like I say in all of them, it's not something I can schedule these in advance and say, hey, Thursday at 1 o'clock or whatever the case may be. They're always going to be impromptu because of so many different factors. There's cell signal, there's atmospheric conditions, whether it's cloudy and stuff will affect whether I can live stream or not. It will not have a good signal during cloudy days. Whether there's people outside or other companies working or all sorts of different things. Another one that's popping up, and as I'm doing this in the summer, is the phone starting to overheat.